Hello, good morning, friends. Okay, so I had two experiences this weekend that were rather insightful. So on Saturday, we went to a trampoline jump park, okay, and they had kind of like a ninja warrior course, whatever. So you know, we go up the first little obstacle, great. We get up there and then we get to the first platform. And there were a couple different options of how to get to the next one. But the one that I chose, which was technically the easiest, um, you held onto like a big old punching bag and it was like a zip line that you just held onto the punching bag and it zip lined you over to the next platform, right? Okay, so I was there with my sister and my daughter and some of my sister's kids and my sister-in-law and everything. And so apparently I decided to go first. So I hold on and I run and I take off and all of a sudden I am falling and I hit the pad and then not only that I fall into like in between the two pads. So I literally disappear because those like fluffy pads are huge. And so like I am laughing hysterically, feeling slightly embarrassed. And everyone on the platform is laughing. And the guy up there that was working it to pull the punching bag back, he's like, "Why didn't you hold on?" And I'm like, "I tried, I did." So I finally, it took me a bit to get out and get up and out, but I get back up to the platform and he just looks at me and he's like, "You have to hold on." And I'm like, "Well, no, duh." And he's like, "Well, just hold on." And I mean, that was his only advice. And so everyone's kind of chuckling. I'm like, okay, so apparently I just need to hold on, right? So I put my arms around the punching bag and he's like, no, lock your arms. He's like, cross your arms and lock them on the other side. And I was like, okay. So I did it and I went right across. It was super fun. It was beautiful. But I got thinking a lot about that experience because I was like, I mean, really, bless his cute little heart. He had zero sympathy, which he didn't need to have sympathy. But it was really funny because, I mean, all he could say was just like, well, why didn't you hold on? Like, all you need to do is just hold on. Like, it's really that easy. And I was like, well, I thought I was holding on. Okay, so that's the first experience. The second one was this morning in my morning journal and scripture time. I got a little bit of a rebuke, and um, I was, just kind of journaling about some things that I've been really working to bring into my life, and I'm like, well, why is it not happening? Blah blah blah. Okay, and it came down to excuses. And I was like, what? Excuses again? Like, are you kidding me? I feel like we keep revisiting this and it's so lame, right? Um, yes, Abigail, so true, just like life. And so I was like, okay, so what excuses am I holding on to that are keeping me from what I really want? And it was amazing how many different things came to my mind of, you know, all these different excuses. And then I thought of my little experience with the Ninja Warrior course. And I was like, well, okay, what were my thoughts right when I was taking off that first time? And really, it was like, oh, well, I probably can't do this because I haven't been working out regularly. So I'm probably not strong enough. That was literally my very first thought as I took off and I dropped and I rolled and it took me seriously forever to climb out. And it was so funny, but the guy was right. Like, well, you just needed to hold on because it really wasn't about my strength or whether I had or had not been working out recently. It was literally about letting go of that excuse. Like, that was just my excuse that didn't allow me to make it across fully the first time. Does that make sense? Anyway, beautiful examples, beautiful awarenesses. So, where do you have excuses in your life that are keeping you from getting what you really want? And if you're willing to share, I would love to hear some examples or some thoughts or insights that you have while listening to this and with your life.